Good morning. It is 7:29 a.m. because I'm running late on Friday, March 9th, 2017. 2018, excuse me. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Um Last night did not sleep especially well. Um Part of it was um Luna has some nights that are a little bit more uh, uneven than others, and last night was more uneven. Like, I don't want to, this is not an alarm thing. This is just like she felt like she needed to get up at 3:30 in the morning thing. And then that was just disruptive of my sleep, is all. It's fine. That's part of why, I don't know, that plus I think I've mentioned that I feel like I'm sort of fighting off half of a cold all week. So maybe that's complicating it too. My body is trying to get me to get more sleep by just making me really tired and moving slow this morning, trying to say, no, you should go back to bed. But I actually have stuff I need to do. So, anyway, what did I do last night? Oh, well, one thing that I'll talk about is The Magicians, which is a TV show that is getting close to finishing its third season right now on Sci-Fi, and I love it so much. This is a show that is based on a series of books that I enjoyed, but I would say my affection for the show has grown even beyond my affection for the books, I think. The first season had some stuff in it that I think part of the issue with the first season is just that it was kind of adapting the story from the books, but kind of changing other things, and it felt a little bit like it had tied its own shoelaces together. Like I liked it; it had a good cast, um, but it didn't feel like it was fully itself yet. Which I think is often true of a lot of TV shows, is that they kind of have to find their feet in the first season. And it's a shame that just the current TV landscape is such that a lot of shows never really get the chance to progress beyond that uneven first season. But starting with season two, and even more so in season three, they have really just kind of cast aside, any plot requirements from the books, and have basically just said, we've got this cool world and this great cast of characters played by charismatic actors. So let's just tell our own cool story, and I'm totally digging it. What I will say is that if you haven't watched it, if you're not familiar with it at all, there's some content warnings, especially for season one. That there's some stuff that I could. It's basically there's rape as a part of the story, and I think, I mean, without saying that this makes it just okay for anyone to watch, um, it's I think it's handled in a way that it's like a meaningful part of the story. And it like communicates something about the danger of the world. I mean, because a big part of the sort of the theme of this whole show and the world building of it is that like magic is real, but it like is actually sort of personally dangerous on a level that is not always fully understood, and you can really get into serious deep trouble without realizing it um, until it's too late. But the and having that kind of mesh with a lot of the characters' personal issues. But at the same time, like because that's obviously a very sensitive subject, there's going to be a lot of people who probably would not enjoy watching it for that reason. And so I could see that, and I can understand where that would come from, like that discomfort. And I know that there are people for whom they just had to walk away from the show at that point, and I get that. But what I will say is, as the show has developed into season two and then three, I think it's great. It's one of the I'm just compelled every week to find out what's going on with all these characters and what their various deals. And this episode in particular, there was kind of a joke in the promo that it was like the musical episode, and it's more musical than usual perhaps, but it would not be accurate to say that it's quite as dramatic as, say, like the Buffy musical episode, say. But it has a couple of songs in it, and one in particular. See, this is a perfect example of some. You know what? I won't even spoil what happens, but it's the song sequence at the end of the episode. Because the thing is like, without the context of knowing all the characters and what they've been through, it just sounds silly. Like, why would that be so moving? But it was. I teared up with happiness watching that sequence. Anyway, I really love that show, so I'll leave it there, and I'll talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.